In this episode of The Primer, we talk about the prevailing scene in Jammu and Kashmir when Ranbir Singh took over a Maharaja in 1856.
1856, Ranbir Singh arrives. The young Maharaja and his expanding world. When Ranbir Singh ascended the throne of Jammu and Kashmir in February 1856, he was just 24 years old, educated, disciplined, and already tempered by years of service under his formidable father Maharaja Gulab Singh. The young ruler came to power at a time when the Indian subcontinent stood at the edge of profound change. The East India Company's rule was faltering, the 1857 rebellion was only a year away, and across Asia, imperial frontiers were being redrawn. Ranbir Singh's upbringing had prepared him for precisely such uncertainty. Born in 1830, he had grown up amid the political upheavals that marked the decline of the Sikh Empire and the rise of British paramountcy. From his early teens, he accompanied Gulab Singh on military and administrative tours, learning the structure of the Dogra state firsthand. Tutors in Persian, Sanskrit, and English shaped a multilingual intellect, while exposure to both Hindu and Muslim traditions fostered a pragmatic sense of governance. Observers later described him as measured, austere, and deeply attentive to affairs of state. Less a warrior king than a patient builder of systems. The kingdom he inherited was vast, but fragile. Stretching from the Punjab plains to the Tibetan plateau, it contained an extraordinary range of climates, communities, and political loyalties. The Dogra consolidation of the 1840s had brought the state together through conquest, but its administration remained uneven. Communication across mountains was slow, tax systems varied by region, and the Kashmir Valley, though the crown jewel of the state, was periodically restless under Dogra authority. Ranbir Singh's first task was to stabilize administration. He confirmed his father's appointments in the outlying provinces to prevent power vacuums, reorganized civil offices, and began what would become a lifelong project, codifying laws and standardizing revenue practices. Over time, his reign would produce the Ranbir Penal Code, one of the earliest codified legal systems in a princely state, modelled on British Indian statutes but adapted to local conditions. Externally, the new Maharaja faced a shifting geopolitical map. The 1857 uprising soon tested every princely state's loyalties. In Jammu and Kashmir, Ranbir Singh aligned firmly with the British, providing logistical support while keeping his own army intact. This careful balance strengthened the Dogra state's position in the post-rebellion order. The British, recognizing his reliability, confirmed the hereditary rights of his house and left the kingdom's internal autonomy largely intact. By temperament, Ranbir Singh was not expansionist. Unlike his father, he avoided territorial campaigns, focusing instead on consolidation, governance, law, education, and communication. His rule marked the transformation of Jammu and Kashmir from a frontier dominion into an organized princely state administered through written codes, archives, and institutional memory. By the time the 1860s began, the young Maharaja had already distinguished himself as one of the most capable princely rulers of the era, a sovereign who combined traditional legitimacy with the administrative rationality of a modern state. He ruled not merely over mountains and valleys, but over a political idea that would outlast both empire and dynasty. The idea of Jammu and Kashmir as a single cohesive Himalayan polity.
Thanks for watching this episode of Primer on Jammu and Kashmir. Here is a quick note from the editors of the Dispatch. While dealing with historical events, we are conscious of the fact that history has no single view. In places like Jammu and Kashmir, this can be more complicated. While explaining the events of history through this primer, we are taking the best possible care to be objective and to offer context wherever views differ starkly. We welcome you to write to us and enrich the knowledge base on Jammu and Kashmir.